So this is going to be a short vlog. I've said that many times. I ended up going 12 minutes, but I mean it. Enough of the talk. Let's get the tournament going and let's see who's going to win the 2013 National Championship. And I'm just ready. I'm ready. Just, it's time to put up or shut up. It's time to get down to business for Indiana. And let me tell you, one reason why I picked Louisville to win the national championship, I feel like I have to say why. Well, for one, I'm a big Pitino fan. I think, like I said, his teams are the most dominant teams I've seen in my lifetime that I can remember. The 1976 Indiana Hoosier team, I was too young to remember that. Well, maybe I could say that, but I'm talking in recent memory, or my memory, that I can remember. Like Pitino's teams are the most dominating teams I've ever seen. His strategy influences mine more than anybody's. Bob Knight's coaching philosophy as a whole influences mine more than anybody, but I'm talking strictly strategy, like Pitino's strategy. Huge fan of like Pitino. And with that being said, Louisville absolutely dominated over the last weekend, winning the Big East Championship. And I tell you, they played to a level that I've been wanting to see some team, preferably Indiana, play at all season long. They played battle at a higher level. Louisville played at a higher level than anybody has played all season long. They played like a true number one national championship team over the weekend, and plus probably the last week or two. So, I think they were primed to win the national championship. I wish it was Indiana. And I've been craving Indiana to play Pitino ball all season long. They just haven't done it. Tom Crean's strategy is similar to Pitino's, but evidently not as similar as I'd like. And if Indiana was playing Pitino ball, they'd beat anybody by 25 points, no matter who they played, I feel like. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give you some things that Indiana needs to do heading into the final game. Tomorrow, I'll go ahead and do a preview of the first game, and then I will also give some reaction to the games being played tomorrow. And by the way, we're 8 hours away from the tip-off of the first round action of the 2013 NCAA tournament, not counting the play-in games. But anyway, I'm just going to list off a few things that Indiana needs to do to survive this weekend. Number one, above everything, they have to play with energy and focus. They have to be motivated to win. I'm very concerned about the second round game against either Temple or North Carolina State. Indiana could most definitely get upset in the second round. I don't think they will, but I think it is most definitely a great possibility, to be honest. Indiana, like I've said, they've lacked energy and focus against teams that want the elites. And so, every one of the losses were to unranked teams, with the exception of the home game against Ohio State, the loss. So Indiana needs to play with energy, come out and play with energy and be focused. Number two, they have to rebound the ball on both ends of the floor. Anytime, if they go out one game and not rebound, they'll beat. You cannot do that in the NCAA tournament. So they have to rebound on both ends of the floor. Waffle, Zeller, both need to be very active and involved. Zeller needs involved in the offense, but they both need to be active and rebounding on both ends of the floor. Oladipo has to be a critical part of Indiana's game plan. He has to get a lot of touches, has to be heavily involved on both defense and offense. Indiana has to try to get to the line. They haven't been doing it that good of a job the last few games, so they need to get to the line. They need to limit Yogi Ferrell's three-point shooting, like I've been saying for a long time. Sheehy needs to be a kind of, has to come off the bench and give him good quality minutes. Indiana has to take care of the basketball. Their turnovers are pretty high, to be honest. I mean, 14, 12 turnovers a game. I'd like to see that number go down to 8 or below. I've said that I don't know how many times. They need to make big plays on defense, and they need to take advantage of the transition game. Cody Zeller runs the floor better than any big man in the country. He's just from one end of the floor to the other end of the floor. His speed is phenomenal, and so he has to be able to. Indiana needs to be able to take advantage of that and exploit this as a strength, because it is. Indiana is awesome. If Indiana plays a team that is able to slow up the tempo, they have to execute in the half-court offense. They have to get good ball movement. They have to get the ball inside the Zeller or Wofford Oladipo. In order to execute well in the half-court offense, they have to be focused. They have to get good ball movement, create a mismatch in the paint, be patient on offense. Don't try to force shots. Don't take jump shots and get the ball in the Zeller, or create a mismatch and get Oladipo in there or somebody like that. Or Sheehy along his baseline cuts. Like I've been saying all season long, Sheehy's baseline cuts, I don't think anybody in the country does it better than Sheehy. Sheehy is awesome. Cutting to the basket along the baseline. He is just phenomenal when it comes to that. So Indiana definitely has to do that. And down the stretch, they have to get Zeller touches. They have to avoid stupid threes. Okay, if it's a critical part of the game down the stretch, don't take a low percentage 3-point shot at all cost. Be patient on offense, even if you're down by 2, and it's tough to do mentally, but that's where the discipline comes in. Be patient on offense, get good ball movement, and Indiana's so athletic and has so many weapons on the team that if they're patient enough and get good ball movement, they will most definitely get a high percentage shot. If you don't make it, a lot of times you draw a foul if you miss like a high percentage shot. However, tournament time, it does seem like the refs allow more physical play, and so that just makes it more critical to get good ball movement and really try to get a good open look to the basket. But you can still draw a foul. But what I'm saying is they let them play. The refs let them play and allow more physical play in the tournament. I think tomorrow I might even go over more stuff, but yeah, I think it's very important that Indiana communicates on defense and on offense. They need to, communication's a key. They can't have any communication breakdowns like they have done a few times this year. Like I said, I think Indiana's going to be fine. But that second round game, I'm concerned, and I think it's important for Indiana just to focus on this weekend and that's it. Block everything else out. Friday's game at 4 o'clock, and then Sunday's game. Just focus on 2 games. One game Friday, one game Sunday, and that's it. Block everything else out. They need to do that, but they do need to get big plays on defense and get scoring in the transition. Indiana cannot allow teams to push them around and get physical with them without getting physical back. Indiana needs to get a little bit more physical. I know the NCAA tournament's full of teams that have size up front and are big, and that's where Indiana's vulnerable. They take on a team of size and who play physical up front. Indiana's, I think they're vulnerable to teams like that, especially with teams who can do that and slow down the tempo. But Indiana needs to focus, and they need to focus on each possession. They need to focus on executing, whether it be in transition or half-court offense. And don't focus on the outcome, because eventually if they just keep doing what they're doing, they will win. Focus on what they're doing, execution, setting screens, getting good ball movement, just being focused and sharp. And as long as they do that, regardless of what adversity they face during the game, they will win, more than likely, and they'll make it. And that's another thing in college basketball during the tournament. When you take on a team, you can't get rattled. You just, I think playing in the Big Ten will help them. Playing at Michigan State and Ohio State like they did, they were down on them games, and they came back because they continued to, focus on what they were doing and execute. But anyway, who knows? I probably rambled longer than 12 minutes. But I think that's it. Tomorrow it starts excitement, and look at my shirt. I'm wearing this just for this vlog. I never wear it, but it's a special vlog, so there we go. But until tomorrow, I will make a vlog tomorrow night and give you some reaction on maybe some upsets and stuff like that, and talk about how my picks are doing. But until then, peace.